What's going on, everybody? Dave coming back at you with another real quick PSA reveal. Actually, I got a bunch of stuff at PSA at the moment, but this is gonna be probably the fastest PSA return I've ever gotten. But I did do the Express, which is I think is like $75 a card or something like that. 7 of these are Brady cards. And I haven't looked at the grades. I didn't look at the pop reports. I didn't look at the grades when they were published. I basically wanted it to be a surprise. So you guys are gonna see them as I see them. Now, if you know the backs of these cards, there was one soccer card, football card. So I guess these are all technically football cards. But otherwise, these are all Brady's. And I've got, I think, 6 2012 prisms, one 2013 hollow prism, which I'm probably expecting a 9 out of that. And then the Jadon Sancho soccer card. So the reason I did all of the just kind of reversal that you saw is when I submit my cards to PSA, I put the cards in front that I think are going to grade worse, so that by the time you get to the better cards, you've seen worse cards and it's, hey, these look like 10s compared to what I was seeing before that I graded a 9. Additionally, I don't have them slab it unless it's a 9 or a 10. 8s usually sell for less than raw, and in my opinion, it's just not worth it. I mean, yeah, you still pay for it, but I don't want it in a slab unless it's gonna be in my collection or something. So we've got 6 of these 2012 Prism Brady's. A PSA 10 right now is probably doing about $750, $800. However, once football season comes up, I think the tops for these cards are going to be about $2,000. That's what LeBron is doing right now, in between $1,500 and $2,000 in 2012 Prism, and I mean those two are going to be dead on parallel. So 6 of these 2012s, I would expect my guess to be 3 or 4 9s, and then 2 10s. Is what I think I'm gonna get. So there we go. There is a mint 9 to start us off, and you can tell the centering on that isn't great, but we still did get a 9 out of it. And these I'll pretty much hold on to probably until the season starts, because I sold a bunch of other stuff to pay for this expedited order. So next one, another mint 9. Again, centering a little bit fatter on that end. I think some of these had some minor surface scratching. Basically, when 2012 Prism started blowing up, I got a ton of these super cheap, not by looking at 2012 Prism cards, but by looking at Brady lots. I think I got a lot for like $25 that had 4 Brady's, and they were all in awesome condition. In fact, that's where most of these came from. And one of them did come from the box that we opened of 2012 Prism. So number 3, mint 9. All right, slide those over. And that's kind of what I was expecting, about 3 or 4, just based off centering and condition and stuff like that. I mean, again, that one's still a little fatter centering over there. I've also noticed with these prisms, you get a little bit of edge wear there. And these were the cleanest of the ones I had. All right, next up, Gem Mint 10, there we go. Beautiful. And that one, you know, you can tell has a lot better centering, not as fat on that side. So there we go, which means I'm hoping these other 2 are going to be 10s, if my theory of worst to best worked out. So next up, Gem Mint 10, 2012 Brady. There we go. Nice. Love it. And again, pretty good centering. I know 4 out of these came from a lot that I bought for $25. And then this one, I believe, is the one that we pulled, because I put this in last. That was pack fresh. We saw on the Prism retail video, and but the centering wasn't perfect. But it did get a Gem Mint 10. So awesome, awesome. I am super stoked with that. I think come that NFL season, again, you're gonna have a ton of hype, especially if they're the first sport to do a full season. I think the 10s will probably hit the 1,500 range. especially if the Bucks are winning. And if the Bucks make a Super Bowl run, I mean, obviously those are going to go to 2,000, 2,500 each. And then the 9s, who knows what those will end up doing. So that right there made the whole order for me, for sure. I could sell one of these and right now and pay for the whole order. Next up, this is a card that I had sitting in my Brady box and got bored one day and started like pulling stuff out, seeing what was in there. This is a Holo 2013. It looked like it had some scratches, so I'm expecting a 9. I'd be shocked if this came as a 10, just because it was sitting in a box, looked meh on the surface. And that is a mint 9. But still a beautiful shine to it. You can tell the centering, that's a little bit thicker than this guy, but it's nice to get this slabbed. Really nice looking card. I love those Prism Holos. These raw, I think the last sale was like around $500. I don't know, I could be wrong. But again, that'll be one that I'm sitting on. And this one, I've kind of gotten into soccer in the last, basically since January, started getting on the Mbappe train a little early. And also I ended up buying a whole case of Topps Chrome 18-19 before prices skyrocketed, and pulled the Sancho Blue Wave 62-75. The last PSA 10 of this sold for I think $1,800 and rising. This one went pack fresh into a sleeve, didn't even go in a top loader. I mean, it went straight into the perfect fit sleeve that you use to send things into PSA. And I know it's not perfect fit. It's the whatever it's called. I just want to see what this came back as. It should be a 10. I'm gonna be bummed if it's not. But 3, 2, 1. Hello. Oh man, mint 9. Dang, that would have been a monster card right now. But definitely worth hanging on to. I really can't tell why it got a 9. Maybe some of the centering. But like I said, I went straight from the pack to the sleeve. So I'll have to try to give that one a little bit of a once over. See if I missed something on one of the corners or something in the back. But all in all, very happy with this. Mainly these 3 PSA 10s. Absolutely loved it. So stay tuned, because I do have a bulk order that finally came back that I submitted last November timeframe. And you'll be seeing that coming up soon as well. So as always, thanks for checking out the channel. Like, subscribe, tell a friend, and we will catch you next time. See ya.